Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are going to be taking a little bit of a field trip. It has been raining off and on all day. It rained all last night and I had a plan to come out here and plant some perennials, but I know my luck. If I come out here and I set up my cameras to start filming, it's going to start raining again. So I'm not going to fight it. I am going instead to go on a little field trip with you guys, or take you guys with me, and we are gonna go look at trees, which you might be thinking, why, how, where do you even have space to plant trees? But we still have space. But the tree that we are going to be looking for today is not to add to our garden, but it's to replace one that died. And it kind of died out of nowhere, and it happened really quickly. So I wanna go and find maybe a replacement for the same one, or see what else we can find, because fall is coming and it's a really great time to start planting things again. So that's what I want to do, and we're going to go to a couple of my favorite nurseries. Let me show you the tree that we lost, and then we will talk about my thought process in this area. I can get your guys' feedback, and then we will go out and do a little bit of shopping today. All right, so right back here is the tree that we are going to replace. This is just a very sad and dead purple fountain beech tree, which I'm so upset about because it was so beautiful. It added so much interest back here. We actually planted this tree just a few years ago, along with most of our other trees in our landscape. And what I liked about it is it drew some vertical interest back here to try to mask this foam pole, which we've talked about before, trying to remove it, but it's such an ordeal that we're gonna work with it instead of against it. But what I liked about this tree, it added the purple, it added more vertical interest in that kind of weeping shape that I really love on a tree. The other thing I really liked about it was the shape of the trunk. You see how it just kind of curved over here? Hold on. And it's not losing its leaves. Like it's been dead for a while. I just haven't had a chance to come out and remove it. So I think what happened, I'm not too sure, because it was getting plenty of water. What I'm thinking, it might have been getting too much water back here. I think a couple of the emitters that we have were wide open and this area was just getting drenched, and I just did not pay attention to it. Now I can talk about trees all day. As you guys know, I love trees so much. They are probably one of my favorite things in the landscape. I can just talk about them all day. And we can do a whole detailed video about my thought process on when we were designing this space. And when you are picking out a tree, you have to think about what reason you're picking it for, right? Like if you're looking for a tree to help wind block, if you're to help save energy, if you're looking for a tree for privacy reason, if you're looking for a tree for ornamental purposes, it kind of like you have to think about all of those little details and not just, I want this beautiful tree. Think about what function is it going to be in your garden. For us, we really wanted to plant a mixed border of deciduous and evergreens to add interest throughout our whole landscape and to also give us privacy. Now, the beech tree is one that it would lose its leaves, so it's a deciduous tree. However, there's not a lot of action back here, so I wasn't too worried about it creating too much of a privacy screen. But I do like that element of having more privacy from our neighbors, and obviously they probably want the privacy too. So I always think about that first as my main goal. I also look at the tree height. I want to make sure that I can add as many trees to our landscape as I can without growing those big trees, which of course I want to in our future property, whenever that will be. I want to be able to grow huge trees, but we just can't do that in this space. And the other big thing for me, I don't want something to have a shape like, let's say, a tricolor beech tree, because although those are beautiful, that shape, it will get bigger and it's going to provide more shade, and I don't want anything to shade our cut flower garden. So that is another important element for me. I want this area to be able to get full sun, but still add a lot of interest and characteristic in our landscape. We can always get into more details about trees. Like I mentioned, I can kind of talk you guys through what my design idea was when we were selecting these trees. Again, we went with a mixed border instead of a repeating pattern because I think this adds more interest. A repeating pattern is also great. So you have 2 or 3 trees and you're just kind of repeating that all the way around your property. That's also beautiful. But what can happen is one can die off and then you kind of have this blank space, and then you have to, you know, replace it, and maybe you won't find one that's the same size. So I liked a mixed border much better. When thinking about cohesive planting, when you plant in 3s and 5s and odd numbers, that really adds that cohesion and that balance into your garden. However, I want a diverse tree garden. I want to be able to have as many varieties of trees as I can get my hands on. So instead of focusing on repeating the same trees, which we do have some that are repeats, I focus on repeating colors. So I'll focus on my blues, my yellows, my reds, and my greens. So your staple colors in your garden. And then I will use those colors to repeat throughout each corner in each area of our garden. That way it's still cohesive, it still feels clean and not too messy and wild. But again, it allows me to have that diversity that I really crave and want. Now, if we just pan over here into this corner, we have a lot of yellow, we have some green, we have blue. We're kind of missing that purple red element. The other thing I need to consider is I might move this red bud right over here. There was this fig here that did not make it. So I'm inclined to move the red bud back here, which would leave me another spot to plant another evergreen back there. I'm thinking I want to repeat a Vanderwolf back here somewhere, because I think that's one of the most beautiful trees, and I think every garden should have a Vanderwolf. So that still leaves us this area over here. Do we put the Vanderwolf back there, or do we put something purple over here? However, we do have this burgundy jewel maple in this area that we might move, because it's just not, it's doing better than the other one, but it's still kind of got those crunchy leaves from the sun. So this one might move to the side garden. But if I'm looking back over here, do you see how everything is just green, blue, yellow? There's no element of red or purple. So we do need something in that color range to bring back here, whether it's there or over here. Something needs to come that's going to kind of break up the greens and the blues and some of the yellows back here. So when we go, let's consider something for this area, and that be our main priority is to find something for the beach. But we will also keep an eye out for something in this spot. And of course, as we're leaving, the sun is coming out, which just makes me so, but that's okay. Oregon is so just all over the place. It can be all 4 seasons in one day, but we already made the plan to go shopping, so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to try to be very good today and not buy any perennials or shrubs that we don't need. So let me go ahead and get my bag and maybe an umbrella, because you just never know. And then we will go to a couple of my favorite local nurseries. All right, first stop is at Cornell Farms, and they have the most beautiful specimen pieces. So if you're looking for something super special, they are the people that I come to. So let me flip my camera around. Let's go to their tree section and see what we can find. So here is just a quick layout of the land. They have beautiful landscape. They have a cafe if you want to come out and eat. Oh, look at these. Oh, these hibiscus, Tahiti. Wow, look at that. But you guys have to keep me focused. We are here on a mission to look for trees. Now, typically this area is full of trees, and I'm assuming they haven't gotten all of their load yet. Sorry, it might be a little bit loud with traffic. And they get really amazing roses as well during the springtime. Let's just hike up here and see what's going on. Oh, you know what? I think they moved their trees to the other side. So wrong entrance. But it's always fun to take a quick look-see. Look at how pretty this space is. Isn't that fun? And there are chickens. Hi, girls. Hi, babies. Hi. This is probably one of the most beautiful fig trees I've ever seen. And it's always full of figs. Look at how beautiful that's pruned. Oh my gosh, so many fun things. Okay, we made our way down to the tree section. Oh, look at this. Again, just drawn to those evergreens. Can't help it. Who are you? Oriental spruce. Mature vines. How big are you? Oh, 80 to 30. Can't do you quite yet. That's a beautiful texture though. Let's see. Do you have beech trees?
We have what?
Beech trees?
If we did, they'd be up at the kitchen garden with
The-
the mesh covering.
Oh,
Straight ahead.
okay. Thank you so much. Okay, sorry. Their beech trees might be up top. Let's look down here. Ooh, look at that redbud down there. That's pretty. Oh, look at that ginkgo. Wow, so pretty. Which one are you? Ginkgo Princeton. Wow, that's so pretty. Imagine that in the fall time. Cherokee. This is a beautiful dogwood. We used to have one in our front garden. If I can find a picture, I'll pop it up for you guys. But oh my gosh, beautiful pink flowers. And look at this one. Summer Fun, white. Let's see, how big do you get? Zone 5, 8 feet tall, 4 feet wide. Okay, mental note, I want to get one of these for the side garden. I think it was Kate that brought this up to me. My good friend Kate, love her. If you're watching, hi Kate. She mentioned, we were talking about the side garden when she was designing that space. And she mentioned something like this on the side to draw your eye back kind of in a dark area. So that's a really beautiful tree to keep in mind. Let's look at this redbud. Wow, that's so pretty. I'm not here to buy a redbud, but I just want to admire them. Which one are you? Oh, Ruby Falls. This is the one that we have in our backyard, and it's just so pretty. Here are the specs. Full sun to part shade. Ours gets pretty much full sun and it's doing okay. Grows 4 to 6 feet tall and wide. So it's a small one. Get rid of that. But it has the most beautiful little purple flowers during the springtime. So that is a beautiful tree. I'm tempted by looking at the maples, but that's not what we're here for. Ooh, wisteria.
Wisteria.
Nice.
What a find, wow.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, these are huge.
Yeah, it's really hard to find.
Yeah. Those are beautiful. Have fun.
Yep.
Look at this rose. Oh, the scent. Wow. Lorraine Victoria. Extremely fragrant. What a pretty rose. Speaking of roses, you guys still have till the end of August to get 20% off on heirloom roses. I'll make sure to link my code down below. But just don't forget, if you want to buy roses, now is the time. These grapes are so yummy to snack on, you guys. Let me check one more spot. And if not, we'll head on over to stop 2. All right, I don't see a beech anywhere. So it may be that they don't have any right now. Let's just look back here. Sometimes you have to walk around because sometimes they're just tucked away. What is this? This is a hibiscus, you guys. Look at that. Wow. Let's see, how big do you get? 5 by 8 and 4 by 7 wide. Holy cow. Look at how beautiful that is. Wow. Hibiscus French Cabaret. Huh. That's really pretty. All right, no dice on the beech tree, but let's just take a quick look-see over here, just for funsies, see what they have. I mean, it is fall. I mean, fall is coming up, so it's a good time to get inspired for fall containers. Ooh, beautiful grasses. Definitely need to add grasses. And let's see what's going on over here. All right. Well, beautiful, beautiful things that I just want to dive into and get my hands on. Look at this. Lottie Dottie red. Part sun to shade. Height 10 to 12 to 14 inches. Wow, this is beautiful foliage. Oh, so nice. Okay, we're gonna practice self-control. Stay focused. We're on a mission. All right, we're at Farmington Gardens. Before we go into the garden center, I believe they're also a wholesaler. I need to get the full lowdown on the nursery because I come here a lot and I love the people here. But I believe they're also wholesale and their brand is called Ishragi. So they grow here and they grow at a couple of other off-site places. But if you're in the back, you can just see it just goes on and on and on beyond these hoop houses. So let's get a cart and let's just cross our fingers that they have something that will work for that area. And I can already see some evergreens. Let me just look at this one. Who are you? Who are you? And do you want to come home with me? Columnar white pine, and it gets 40 feet tall, 10 feet wide. If you have the space, that is a beautiful evergreen and could be just a beautiful ornamental piece in your garden. Look at that structure. That's stunning. You have a purple fountain. Okay, that's the one I'm looking for. Is it just back with the trees?
Yeah, back with the trees there, yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Let me give you a quick lay of the land. They have some annuals and edibles in this hoop house. They have some soil and our favorite, espoma. A lot of pots over here, containers. Beautiful perennials everywhere. Just look at this color. Oh my gosh, 30% off herbaceous perennials. We might need to pick some up. Look at this arch. How pretty is that? And let's go to the back. There's so much color. Are these on sale too? The echinacea? Oh, ooh, all right. I'm in trouble. You guys, look at this. Oh. Firelight tidbit. These are so beautiful. These are one of the most beautiful hydrangeas in my opinion. We have a couple of them in our garden. Just look at how stunning these are. Oh my gosh, man, Farmington Gardens. Holy moly, I haven't been here in like a month and things have changed. Wow, look at this. Isn't that just so beautiful? We may need to come back. We may need to come back and get a full tour of this place. Oh my gosh. So out here is where they have a lot of the shrubs. They have their rose garden right over here. They have a beautiful display garden over here, which we might need to come back. Let me know if you're interested in a tour of this place because we can do a full tour. And then back there, do you see how it just goes on and on and on? Let's just walk over there. So we can't obviously go beyond this point, but I really, really, really want to. But look at all of the beautiful things that they have. Oh my gosh. Like, this is where I want to go shopping. I know it's all over here, but this just seems like it'd be so much fun to walk into and just go to town. How fun is this? Can you imagine if this was like my backyard and I'd be like, welcome back, guys. Today we're gonna be in my backyard and this is my backyard. How fun would that be? They have really nice fruit trees. And right now, some espalier. That's nice. That is really, really nice. And just look at the trees. Do you see how they have the maples all in the front here? They have some more deciduous over there, and then the evergreens are tucked away back there. You guys, it just started to pour and I'm running. I forgot my umbrella. Uh-oh. Welcome to Oregon, where you just never know what the weather is gonna be like. Okay, I've secured an umbrella and I hope you guys can hear me. I am determined to get a tree today. So let's just go see what we can find here in the back. We'll go through this hoop house. This is where they have a lot of their camellias. And look at this. They have some gardenias in here as well. Wow, it smells delicious in here. I love that. Well, this was totally unexpected. And I'm a little bit bummed because as much as I love the rain, there are so many things I want to show you guys. I love these topiaries. I'm not great at pruning them and keeping that shape, but oh my gosh, I love how formal they are. I would definitely love to add a little bit more formality in our garden. But look at this. These are emerald green arborvitaes. And look, imagine if you have a pathway and you just fork either side with these spirals. That would be so pretty. And just look at all of the evergreens. This is where my heart just goes boom, boom, boom. I can get lost in here. Let's see. Oh, these are more of that columnar white pine. I feel like we could get away with one of these. Because here's the thing. If you have a good arborist, they can work with you to keep these trees manageable. I'm a firm believer that, I mean, to some extent, I know there are some trees that get really large and it's probably not a best idea to plant them in some areas, but I'm also a type of person that I will just play with the numbers and plant tightly. And as long as you have an arborist that can help you, I'm okay with that. This is a Domingo limber pine. So this one looks like it gets 20 to 25 feet tall, 10 to 15 feet wide, hardy down to zone 4, takes full sun to part sun. This might be a good contender for somewhere in our garden. I like that one a lot. And I can already tell you I found the Vanderwolfs. I'm pretty certain, yes. Vanderwolf pyramid pine, hardy to zone 4. It gets 20 to 25 feet tall by 10 to 15 feet wide. I love these. Okay, I'm gonna pull these out. I'm holding an umbrella and the camera, so this is not graceful, but I want to show you what I do. When we tree shop, we don't just pick a tree. We come in, we take a look, we do our walk about, do a little twirl, and look at every single side of a tree. Because oftentimes what you'll find is maybe these trees were up against a structure or they weren't pruned properly. So what happens is you'll have a lot of bald spots or maybe a dying branch, which obviously that's not something you want to purchase or invest your money in on. So when you're out buying any sort of tree, do your walk around, do a little twirl around your tree and see how they look from all sides. And our Vanderwolf was probably about this size when we bought it 3 years ago, and it's massive now. All right, this one also looks very nice. I probably like this one better. However, I don't love this over here. This one needs to get pruned. All right, this one is a no for me because there's just a lot of blank space right here. And I don't like, this one feels like it's trying to be a leader too. You see how the trunk kind of forks off? This is not graceful, I'm so sorry. I'm just trying to hold everything together. But do you see how it branches off? And this is trying to be a leader as well. So I don't want this one. All right, let's come back to the Vanderwolf and see if we can find a big weeping purple fountain beech tree, which I don't think I see any back here. Or wait, here's one. And this one's actually 30% off. So I think I'm going to get this one and skip on the Vanderwolf for now. So let me go ahead and I'm gonna get the guys to come out here and get this one for me. All right, it's starting to come down again. So let me go ahead and pay for that beech tree. I think that is going to be our best bet. And then let me just check on these perennials one more time. All right, I will come back to get our beech tree because I don't have the truck today. And we're the last ones here. I hate to be that person that holds people up, but I was really quick and I was good. I might run in for one more thing, but for now we will take these guys and the beech. All right, I think that is going to wrap up today's video. It is really coming down. Like, I don't know if you can hear it, but it's really coming down. So I'm going to just book it to my car with some of the things we just picked up. I cannot believe how heavy the rain is right now. It was not on the forecast, but that's just the name of the game. You never know what you're going to get, especially this time of year here in Oregon. We will also be doing a tree tour here pretty soon, so make sure you keep out on eye for those videos. And if you want a full tour of this place, let me know, because I would actually love to show you guys their display garden. There's some really beautiful, like, magic going on back there. It's just pouring. I can't take you back there right now. But if you want a full tour, I will make sure to get on the phone with them and schedule something, because I think it's worth seeing that beautiful space that they've created back there. Anyways, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today and getting caught up in the rain, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.